All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is Mars and Aquarius. We got a lot going on. Aquarius, right? You got Saturn and Uranus having sextile, forming an Aquarius energy. They're not in Aquarius, but they're the two energies that make up Aquarius. It's perfect because all around it, Mercury's in Aquarius, Venus is in Aquarius, now Mars is in Aquarius, the Earth is in Aquarius, or what the astrologers would say, the Sun is in Aquarius. Actually, the Earth has moved into the energy. The Sun is right where it always is. Unreal. So we're in Aquarius season. Got all kinds of Aquarius things. So what's the Mars and Aquarius adding to the mix? You've seen my Mercury reading. You've seen my Venus reading. You've seen the Saturn and Uranus reading, or at least I hope you have, because all my readings are tied together. What is Mars and Aquarius going to do? It's a fight the power energy. It's bucking against authority. It's take this job and shove it. I ain't a working here no more. It's that. It's bucking the establishment out there in societal energies. That's the way it's going to play out. In the soulmate cycle, it's the same kind of thing. But if you have somebody attached to you, I mean, yeah, it applies to you. But if you have somebody, okay, I got justice. All I did was cut the deck. It's not even a pre-shuffle. I just cut the deck. I got justice. Right here. Justice with, by the way, a 3 of Wands. It's, if you've got anything holding you back, or somebody attached to you obviously does, there's something that's been holding somebody back, a fear or something. Whatever it is, we don't want it. We're not going to take it. I mean, we could have a couple of different song anthems for Mars and Aquarius. We're not going to take it by Twisted Sister. Sure, I can hear the drum lick right now. Absolutely. But I mean, take this job and shove it. I think old country song, I think is perfect, right? Old redneck, blue collar, good old blue collar rock and roll. Yeah, I mean, justice just on the surface, just with a cut. Justice crossed by the 3 of Wands with the 5 of Swords. Somebody's tired of only kind of winning, only kind of coming out on top, right? Only kind of having a good life. You know, if they're with somebody in a relationship, these right here, this is what cheating is made of. This is like somebody's tired of faking it. Oh, male or female, right? Guys can fake it too. You just throw away the condom real fast so nobody looks. I mean, you know, and at the end of the day here, whatever the deal is, somebody's just tired of going through the motions. It's painful in this energy. It hurts. And people, again, want to change their lives in this energy. The 10 of Pentacles bookending. Justice. They want to change their lives. You'll want to do it on whatever level, small level, high level. You might go to a different convenience store. I'm sick of that other one. That person's always commenting on the stuff I bring up to the counter. Oh, I hate stores that do that, by the way. It's terrible. Just shut up and ring it up. Okay? I mean, honestly. But I mean, that might be your case. And so you'll go across town to another store. That doesn't fuck with you when you put stuff on the counter. Oh, a Snicker bar. Yeah, I know it's a Snicker bar. I can see the gut growing in me. Yeah, I know. I got Snicker gut. Deal with it. Right? I'll go to the other 7-Eleven just so I don't have to hear about it. You know. But at the end, actually, I'm doing better. But anyway, at the end of the day here, it might be very small for you. It might be very big. For somebody else, they're having a little personal revolution here. Right? The Beatles' Revolution, that might be another song that we could add to the mix here, to the theme energy. Let's shuffle the deck. First card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? I was excited to pull this reading. You know, I mean, it is what it is. There's outrage everywhere. And it's in the soulmate cycle too. It really is. All right. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. I predict a lot of the things I've predicted. Actually, all of the things I've predicted have come true. You guys only know about a few of them. But I said way back in October, I think it was, in the Pluto reading, whenever the last Pluto reading is, I said there'd be protesting. I said it's going to be like the 60s again. I don't even think the 60s saw anything like this. You know, this is round the world shit. It is what it is. People are getting a taste of things. You like the taste or you don't like the taste. Not for me to judge. I just predicted the protesting. People rarely protested a positive, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good. Yeah, keep going. It's rarely how it happened. Didn't happen that way in the 60s. They were pretty pissed about the Vietnam War back then, I'll tell you. Anyway, let's see where we go here. In the soulmate cycle, I mentioned that because here in the soulmate cycle right now, there's a little bit of inner protesting, that leads to something. And it does happen rather quickly. It's energy, because it's Mars, it's like a blitzkrieg, which is a German sort of form of attacking, realized in World War II, where you could just sneak up on somebody, a sneak attack. They never saw it coming, right? We later called it shock and awe kind of a thing, but it's the same basic idea. This energy sneaks up on you. You won't see it coming. You'll wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh my God, I need to change my life, right? It'll cause relationships to break up. It will. At the end of the day here, King of Swords, my king of action, my king of war. What was I just talking about? I know I had to shuffle a lot, but I'm reading energy while I'm shuffling. I'm telling you things that matter. This energy is going to sneak up on you. If you're not ready for it, it'll freak you out. You might chicken out. I don't want anybody chickening out in this energy, right? If you follow through an energy like this, you're rewarded. No matter what it is you're doing, make your own decisions. But chickening out, you'll regret it later. You'll go, oh, we'll just let it slide, whatever. I'll just keep living this life. You will regret it later. It's followed by a great deal of regret if it's not acted upon. And it sneaks up on you. You may literally just wake up in the middle of the night. I need to change my life. Then go with what you feel. Somebody attached to you is doing that. I got my king of war here, my king of action. He's ready to rock. He got the suit on. He's just about ready to stand up. I don't know. I don't think they rise up against you. I think it's whatever's oppressing them in their lives, right? The DMs in this cycle are oppressed. But the thing is, usually, not always, usually oppression is, we allow it to happen. We stay in bad relationships. There's this logic going around of people who, on the DM side, who don't change their minds. We talk about that a lot. The main logic is what I often apply to, as an example, to marriages and things like that. Somebody's in a bad marriage. Well, their logic is, well, I've been in it for 10 years. I might as well just stick around. Otherwise, those 10 years were wasted. So they're willing to waste 10 more years, maybe more, waste more years, rather than admit that they got the first little bit wrong. See what I'm saying? It's pretty bad. It's pretty rough. It's pretty low vibration. I think that king would never do that, is my point. And I think right here, with this earthy energy, this grounding King of Pentacles, I think somebody's come to that realization. The very realization that I just pulled from the energy right there. It's bad logic. Just because you've been doing something or believed something for 10 years, and you realize it's wrong, you have an epiphany, doesn't mean you keep going just because, well, it's been 10 years, I'll just keep believing that thing or doing that thing or staying in this relationship. You just end up wasting more time. We waste a lot. Most people waste a lot of time. This person's not wasting any more time. This energy hates time wasting. I will tell you that. You regret that later. I think somebody's pulling their head out of their ass here. But I think it's more toward their oppressors on their side. Let's find out. Let's pull a pyramid here on this one. Okay? Let's just get to it. It's a general rating. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm going to be starting your monthly reading for February, on Sunday, right? Which is what? Sunday is the 25th? Yeah, I guess the 25th I'll start with the overview reading. All right. My write-up, if it's not up today, it should be up by tomorrow, I would say. I'm proofreading it. Pull up your big boy, big girl pants for February, people. All right? Ain't got time for jibber jabber, as Mr. T once said. World point happening. It's a big deal. It's Saturn and Neptune meeting at 0 degrees in Aries. It's a huge thing. You can already feel the buildup, but you should feel it in some of your relationships in your life too. With this particular soulmate, you may feel them coming. You might. Overall energy of this reading is the King of Cups. Somebody here is allowing themselves to feel. I'm right. The Page of Pentacles. Somebody here, who's been very nervous to feel, is learning that it's better to live life by the cup than by the pentacle. It's better to live life by the cup than be a scaredy cat or a fraidy cat, depending on where you're from. Call it either one. We're going to clarify with the light seer. Otherwise, this reading is going to get a little too heavy. I'm going to use the witches here as our base energy. These are important energies. It's important things. You know, it's the year of the mustard rhino. Yes, and you can read my write-up on that in the blog. But it's also a year that I have deemed, soulmate cycle or outside the soulmate cycle, a lot points of no return. There's a lot of things, you know. This Mars energy calls for action. I hope this person gets rid of whatever their oppressor is on their side that keeps them apart from you. Or it could be, it doesn't have to be a person. When I say oppressor, it could be a belief they have, right? Maybe you have, maybe this soulmate is a family member or something like that. You have differing beliefs. I hope they get over that. It's heavier on the DM side, so that's what I'm pulling on. Okay? All right, let's rock. Let's go. Top row is how they feel about you. Middle is what they think when they think about you, or how they see you, we could say. The bottom of the pyramid is a potential final outcome for you. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. It should be most of it. And we'll throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. Why? Because we have to. This is huge energy. All right, here we go. It's one of the main readings. What did I say? What did I just say? The kid just said it's huge energy. And then I pull this fucker, right? Right there. How they feel about you. What did I say? They might wake up in the middle of the night. I need to change my life. It's right there. It's all right there. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. I have no idea. Look, I'm just reading the energy. People don't always like to hear how I read it. Or what I'm saying, but ask yourself, why don't you want to hear it? You know, if it's something you truly believe, you're not defensive about it. You know, it's like old Judge Judy always says, you don't have to think about the truth, right? Think about that for a little bit. What's true to you, you don't have to defend. You don't have to think about it. Never apologize, right? That kind of a thing. Never explain and never apologize, right? Center card right here, Queen of Wands. Wow. We keep getting that. You know, the last time I pulled a pyramid, we had Queen of Wands in the center, I think, or there was some pyramid that had that. That looks awfully familiar. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, what's red with the tower? The Eight of Wands, yeah. I told you. Look, this backs up exactly what I said here. These two are red together. These are red center, left, right, but these two are bookends. This is forward movement. This is somebody feels like they need to do something, and it happens fast. This energy sneaks up on you. Bam! I need to change my life. Wake up in the middle of the night. You start pacing the kitchen at 2 in the morning with whiskey. What can I do? You start drawing up a plan. By the time the sun comes up and everybody else is getting out of bed, you've got a whole plan worked out about where you're going. That's somebody attached to you. How they feel about you, they definitely want to talk to you. They're definitely very attracted to you. Somebody's sick and tired of hiding their feelings, all right? Of being afraid, being a little fraidy cat. They're tired of it. It's unreal. Okay. What do they think about when they think about you? Right? Passion. Spank bank. Strength card. Passion. Spank bank. They think dirty thoughts. It's a lusty energy off of it. I'm sorry, but they do. Now, you might rewind and go, well, Steve, you said it might be a family member. That's gross. I get you. The same frequency of energy can play out 1,000 different ways. The same frequency of energy, as I always say, that makes a friend steal $20 from your wallet, also is the same frequency of energy to make somebody rob a bank. The only thing that changes is the context, the contextual energies around that. That being said, passion, lust, is someone who really, a family member who really desires you in their life. You're somebody very important to them. It doesn't translate to sexual energy if it's a family member, but it does. It reads the same, right? I mean, it is what it is. What else here? The Five of Wands. They try to... I'm going to say this. They might find you a bit combative. That might be why they're worried about approaching you. They might think you might not agree with their idea. They think maybe you don't feel the same way about them. That's possible. It's an excuse machine energy, so I'm not sure how it plays out. But try to catch my drift, okay, with all that, all right? Could be for a few of them. Now, this is just what they think, right? Again, who cares what other people think, right? Only low vibrational people do, but they might think that you're not worthy of all of this love that they feel for you. Especially that would be especially true if it's a family member who has this level of love, right? But you have a disagreement which separates you. They may feel like you're ungrateful. It might come across that way, all right? It is what it is. Potential final outcome, but for the most part, somebody's an excuse machine about you. They think you might be combative, and they think that that if they do reach out to you, there might be a conflict, or two, or five. Okay, something like that. Potential final outcome, red with the Queen of Wands, very attracted to you. Very much so. In fact, you cause this person a lot of emotional trouble, emotional problems. Okay? Well, just like this girl might cause me emotional problems if I was going out with her. Right? I mean, I'm looking at my credit card bill. I got $20,000 purses on here. What the fuck? What the fuck? Right? I mean, it is what it is. That sounds like trouble to me. Right? It is what it is. I jokingly call my wife Coupon Susie, but I tell you what, I'd rather have that than that. At least I get no surprises when the old Discover bill comes. Right? Right, here we go with the moon. I think you're not sure what to do with this. I think most of what happens to you during this transit in regard to this person happens behind the scenes. I think this person's taking care of some business. I think this person wakes up in the middle of the night, as I described, and said, I need to change my life. You're the focus for that, and I think they do it. What they think about you and your final outcome, I don't think you know anything yet. Probably until the next new moon in Aquarius, right, which also starts the horse year, the red horse, the fire horse year. Wow, I love it. It's going to be good. Let's clarify. We'll get some more when we clarify that on you, because obviously this is tied to you as well, so something's going on for you, right? Maybe you're facing some fears too, right? Okay. Maybe you find yourself attracted to someone new. I don't know what's going to come out here, right? Let's see where we go. Let's pull on the Queen of Wands first. Let's clarify that. Let's go. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Important energies. It's an important time. I've been excited about this time since I was a kid, living this time. I didn't know how it was going to play out, but I knew the energetic storm would be back around. Every 80 or 90 years, it comes around. It was at the bottom when I picked it up. It's still there. The Page of Wands. Somebody desperately wants to talk to you. They desperately want to talk to you. Maybe if this is a family member, this could be somebody you're not taking calls from. All right? I don't know. I feel like they can't get through, and I feel like that came up in a recent reading, unless I dreamt it. I feel like they can't get through. This person might be trying to reach out, and the universe isn't letting it through. Right? And that could be part of the moon energy here as well. You seem hidden to this person, right? They don't know quite what you're up to, and it's driving them batshit crazy. Can we put it that way? Okay. Well, they don't. They don't know quite what you're up to. I don't care if it's a family member or an ex or a runner. The ex or runner doesn't know if you're banging somebody else. The family member just can't reach you, and they want to know what you're up to, because they worry, right? Okay, it's fine. That never stops with family members. You know, my mother still worries to this day. I tell you all the time. Anytime, if there's an earthquake within 8,000 miles of my house, I get a fucking phone call. You know, you all right? I heard Japan had some... Yeah, I'm nowhere, you know, I mean, but it is what it is. So that kind of thing never goes away, so just deal with it, right? What's on top? The High Priestess. Yeah, what did I just say? It's hidden energy, hidden energy, hidden energy. It's everywhere. It applies to how you, well, the hidden energy applies for you in the final outcome, but also here. They don't know what's going on with you. They're trying to reach you. I don't think they can. I don't think they can get through. Why is that here? And I know that came up in a recent reading, that they can't get through. The King of Wands. The King and Queen of Wands together. Somebody's alter ego is coming out. Can I phrase it that way? Does everybody know what I mean by alter ego? Like that Batman villain Two-Face, right? They got one side's really handsome, the other side's all fucked up and shit, right? It's a bit of this. Somebody's alter ego is coming out in a big way. I think the alter ego in this case is the good, handsome one. Okay? I'm just going to phrase it that way. So don't think I was going some other way with it. And I'm right. I think somebody's alter ego is coming out. The bridging energy is 10 swords. Right? Sometimes you teach, whether you do it intentionally or whether the energy does it, it makes it so that we can't, because the 5D manipulates the 3D very easily. Okay? And if somebody's not supposed to reach you, or if the energy around us feels like if they do, it's going to knock things out of balance, I promise you they won't get through. I don't care if you're wrong. I don't care who you've got as a carrier. Well, Steve, I'm with T-Mobile. Okay, well, whatever, they won't get through. The 5D doesn't give a shit about T-Mobile. All right? At the end of the day here, I think somebody here, you made a point, whether you did it intentionally or it was the universe, sometimes not taking somebody's calls, metaphorically speaking or literally, is good for them, right? Distance kind of a thing. But having them worry, having them I can't get through, having them have to sit there and stew in it, it has an effect here. It's a cause and effect, and it's having a good effect, an effect you might want, okay? Tower, why is it here? Wow, okay. Why do these cards keep moving up? Is there an elf here? What's going on? All right, here we go. Tower, why is it here? Unreal. Wow. Why is a tower here? I'm drawn to the top being blown off of it. It's like I said, though. Somebody's getting very emotional here. Somebody realizes they're not happy and they figure out a way to get happy. The environmental energy is 3 cups. Somebody wants to talk to you. And again, it's good that they haven't been able to. I don't know if Mars in Aquarius makes them able to or not. I don't know. Now, you might have again, I can already anticipate the question of, well, I'm talking to my person, they're just not saying anything. Exactly. And won't be able to open up. It might block. Sometimes the energy blocks communication altogether. They just can't get through. They get a busy signal or whatever, even if you're on T-Mobile, right? But sometimes they can get through and you're talking to them, but they don't say anything. For you, on your side of the phone, it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. That's all you hear, right? This energy does make this person extremely... These emotions that are coming to the surface are unavoidable. That's probably why I'm drawn to the top being blown off here. Right? What's on top? 2 of Wands. Yeah. What did I say? Look, everything I said, this is why I throw the cards. They just back up my energy read. I've already read the energy. I said in the middle of the night, you wake up and you go, I need to change my life. What the fuck do you think this is? The 2 of Wands. Making new plans. Look a new way. Look at new directions. You got the world right here. I'm changing my life, right? She's going to spin that globe and throw a dart at it. Wherever the dart lands, that's where she's going to live. All done with this apartment, right? My wife will probably take it. It's got arched windows. God, anything with arches. Jesus. I swear to God, I think she owned a Taco Bell in a past life. Anyway, at the end of the day here, why is the 2 of Wands here? It's the death card. Again, what did I say? It says the same thing. Death, rebirth. One side, again, who this person was is dying in this energy. Somebody is rising up. This energy that kept you 2 apart did good. All right, 10's at the end and dead end to lead to a new beginning. I said an alter ego is coming out. Which means when they do show up and the energy is flowing, the emotion is flowing, they do come across very different. I'm going to pull on the 8 of Wands. I think that's important. Everyone loves the 8 of Wands in tarot readings. It's communication. It's wonderful. In this case, it's just talking about the urge to really do it. The urge to go, right? It is a little bit, you know. It is what it is. I hope they got Depends undergarments on if that's an actual urge to go, because that shit's moving. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Hopefully, there isn't some other undergarment company that advertises on my videos. That's not good. Here we go with the 8 of Wands. Why is it here? Oh, it's crossed me. I shit you not. I shit you not. Every pun intended. It's caused by the Eight of Wands. I said it's coming. They're doing this. They're doing. What did I say about this over here? Rewind. I said you wake up. You get the idea to change your life. By the time the sun comes up and the other motherfuckers of the world are just waking up, you've got a whole plan. You've got spreadsheets. You've got, that's you, they, whoever. That's what this is talking about. It's on. Right? The environmental energy says do it. The base energy says do it. They're all in. Everybody's in. Changing their life. Whatever's been oppressing them, whatever's been... Somebody wakes up in the middle of the night and realizes that they haven't really felt life. These are the feelings. They haven't really felt life. I mean, you can't just live on ego alone. It doesn't do it. No matter how many Maseratis you've got or how great your career is, at best, that's about 30% of your happiness. That leaves a big gap. 30% in school is an F. An F minus at my school, which they invented a grade for kids that get below a 50. You know, I mean, all right. Eight of Pentacles. Unavoidable. Yeah, I believe it. It's unavoidable. They want to do this. No, I believe it. Environmental energy. Why is that here? Is the same as the base energy. When that happens, that's a balance, isn't it? That's synergy right there. When the environmental energy and the base energy are the same, it's a perfect environment to get things done, to move forward, to communicate, whatever. Why is that here? The Three of Cups, which was crossing over here. These are red with these. It's all lining up. End of story. The environmental energy over here lines up with what they want to do over here and are willing to do. We've got the synergy here. It is. This is a very powerful energy. I was very excited to do this reading. You know, these are the kinds of energies that I like. Why? Because I hate procrastination. I hate lazy people. I hate people that put things off. I don't like it. Those are not good traits. Those are devil energies. The Bible might call them sloth, right? That kind of a thing. It's one of the 7 deadly sins, in fact, for a reason. Not only is it unhealthy for you physically, it's unhealthy energetically. It knocks energy out of balance. Again, the same frequency of energy can play out 1,000 different ways. To give you an example why sloth is bad, why procrastination or putting things off or just being lazy is bad, it's the same as your car. I'll give you a car analogy because I'm me. You let your car sit, you never drive it. You never drive it. It just sits and sits and sits. And you think, well, it's been sitting for like 9 months. I'll just go out and take it I can just go out and use it. You can't. It's in terrible shape if you do that. The fluids haven't been running. The brake fluid will probably start leaking because the pressure is pushed through the system. All kinds of problems happen. Cooling system problems happen. With that, your battery is probably dead through natural drainage. It knocks energy out of balance to let things sit too long, right? Especially when the energy of action comes in. If something is meant to be doing something, it needs to be doing it. A car is meant to be driven. It's not meant to be sitting. That's why when it sits, it breaks. You end up with more car repairs with a sitting car than you do with one that you drive. Believe it or not. Actually, I know it firsthand because I grew up with a bunch of cars in the front yard. My first car would have made Jeff Foxworthy proud. My dad pointed and said, if any one of those you can get running, you can have. Okay, thanks, Dad. Right. Nobody bought me a Mercedes. I ain't no fortunate son. That's for goddamn sure. All right, here we go. Strength card. Why is it here? Here we go. My friend Mark and I got one running. We were all right. At the end of the day, you know, this is good energy. This is why I like this energy. It gives me a chance to teach you something about energy. And you'll learn a lot about energy in this energy because it's very flowy. All right, here we go. And it's got a lot of current. It's like a river where you'll get swept away in it. Right? Once you get started on something, it's easy to finish projects in this energy. So let's go on. Let's talk about the passion here. Passion. All right, let's see where we go. The Knight of Wands. Just crossing that. It's drunken Drunken passion. It's my party girl's big sister, right? She's so wasted. She set drums on fire. The horse is loose. She's like, woohoo, right? She's like that chick in that Eddie Money song that he's singing about. Ooh, that girl was shaking, snapping her fingers, right? You know, I don't know what kind of tacky shit he was into, but anyway, this girl is shaking. She's snapping her fingers, right? It's a bit of that. I mean, there's no other way to describe the energy, right? What's on top? Temperance. It's like they admitted this. Oh, I know why they're an excuse machine. They finally admitted they have these feelings that you matter. I don't care if it's a family member. I don't care, whatever. That's why it felt drunken to me, right? Ooh, that girl is shaking, snapping her fingers. It's about he's singing about some chick at a bar who's having a good time, something like that. But at the end of the day here, that's why I read it as drunken energy. When we're drunk, we say some shit, don't we? Right? She's telling her friend Janelle all about how she likes Steve's viewer. Oh, Steve's viewer is great. You know, all that kind of stuff. I got a vibrator setting called Steve's viewer. You know, that kind of thing. I mean, it is a bit of that. You know, switch roles if you're male or female. But, yeah, they're admitting it. And then the next day, maybe they have drunken sort of take-backs. No, there's no take-backs in Mars, right? Energy. Why is temperance here? Two of Cups. Yeah, they're admitting it. It's a balanced energy, yeah. They're finally admitting it. And it feels good. It does. I said she's pretty high. It feels good. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm more interested in this. All right? I don't have a devil on the table here. I don't. It's not what this energy is about. If anything, this energy fights the devil. All right? It's a righteous energy. I got the angel here in the 3D. You know. It's a righteous energy. You wake up in the middle of the night, I want to change my life. You start mapping things out, but it's not like you hate being awake. You're wide awake. You don't even need coffee. Nothing. You're just getting it done. Why is the moon here for my people as a final outcome? Before I go pull some wicked voodoo on this. What's with the alter ego? What's going on? What's oppressing them? What is it? First, let's find out about this. Moon. Look, it's probably not what you want to hear. I mean, it never is. My final outcomes are never what people want to hear. It's why I don't have 500,000 subscribers, right? I fluctuate. People come, they go, oh, I don't like this guy, leave, whatever. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day here, it's time to get real. This is a get real energy, right? Popularity wanes and it comes up and it ebbs and flows, right? Anyway, at the end of the day here, Six of Swords, I don't think this energy touches you from this person during Mars' transit through Aquarius. I think you got to wait till the new moon in Aquarius. I really do. Which is a solar eclipse as well, by the way. So it's pretty fucking powerful. February is some shit. Can I tell you that? Okay, that's why I said before you read my write-up on February, when I put that up, pull up your big boy, big girl pants. Okay? Take a look around. What's on top? Two of Swords. Yeah, I think you're confused. I think you're afraid that, oh, Steve's wrong. Nothing's going on their side. I'm telling you all the stuff you need to know about behind the scenes here. Okay? Worry about what's going on your side. Never mind this. All right? What's going on your side is the same thing. Maybe without that. But it's the same thing. Why? Is in the feelings department. All that energy is available to you. And your alter ego is probably coming out. Some other side of you. Right? Maybe it's negative. Maybe it's positive. I don't know. Some of you might turn into little devils in this energy. I have no idea. Both energies are always present. You know, I respect you either way. If you're being true to who you are, it's respectable. You know? Why is the Two of Swords here? Justice. Look, it's where we started, right? All I did was cut the deck and I got Justice over here in the Witches. Here it is. This is where we end from another deck. Justice. Everything is fine. You're worried. You don't know what's going on the other side. Chill out. Calm the motherfucker down, sport. Calm down. Take the slow ride. Give it a pass for right now. Don't worry about this. Let this play out. Worry about what's going on your side. Everything I said up here applies. to you. Alter ego, waking up in the night, working out the plan, moving forward. As far as that girl was shaken with the Knight of Wands crossing here, well, you figure something out too. You figure something out. And you might get a little defensive about it. Excuse machine, I'm going to take this card right here and shove it. No, I'm going to take this card and I'm going to pull on you specifically. I'm going to leave the outgoing energy and I'm going to pull just the static energy that's here. I'm going to clarify that. All right? Because not everybody goes to the extended, and I don't like to hold my readings hostage. You know, oh, well, he could have pulled on the Five of Wands. You're right, he could have. That's why he is. All right? Five of Wands in relation to you. Because I think you figured something out too. And I think it's in a drunken sort of energy. You admit something. Can I put it that way? You admit something about yourself, about someone else. I don't know. But the next day, when we do that sometimes, the next day we often get a little in our head about it. Excuse machine. Well, I had too much to drink. I didn't mean what I said. That's a lie. That's a lie. You know. Alcohol doesn't make us say things we don't mean. It makes us say things. It lowers inhibitions. It makes us say things that we've been afraid to say or normally wouldn't. Right? So, you know, that's why the Five of Wands came out here. All right. All right, here we go. If it was the Seven of Swords, it'd be a different story. Why is the Five of Wands here in relation to my viewers? Tell me about it. It's crossed by judgment. God, source, the universe itself. It's something seems too good to be true to you in this energy. Something seems like it's like a phoenix rising energy or something like that. You feel liberated from whatever it is you admit that you haven't wanted to admit. Okay? I'm just pulling on you. We've already talked about your person. Right? Remember they had the vibrator setting, Steve Viewer? Right? It is what it is. Over here, when we pull on you, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's too good to, you feel like it's too good to be true. Don't look a gift miracle in the mouth. Okay? All right? You've heard gift horse. This is gift miracle. All right? It is. I can dig it. Lots of people, miracles happen all the time. It's just 90% of the time people don't believe it. You know, they get real, people have gotten real cynical, real skeptical of everything. Anything that happens, everything is, oh, well, that can't be right. That can't be this. That can't be that. Just because you don't believe something is true doesn't mean it's not true. Okay? You know, I mean, it is what it is. Try not to get in your head. What's on top? The Four of Cups. Jesus Christ. Why is that here? The Six of Wands. You refuse to believe. It's too good to be true. Okay, that's all it wants to tell me. The Ace of Cups. A newfound love, a newfound passion, a new beginning in emotion for you. Feels too good to be true, and I'm telling you it's not. I don't know specifically what that is. Okay? It's something you dare not allow yourself to think would happen. Maybe you meet somebody new. Maybe you finally admitted your feelings about somebody or something, or admitted that you want to change your life. Admitted it in the 3D, not just felt it up here, but admitted it to somebody. There's a difference between, I want to change my life, waking up in the middle of the night, bam, and then you start writing stuff out by yourself, and you get your little plan together and all that kind of stuff like what I was talking about here. There's a difference between that in the feelings and when it comes down to the 3D. It's sort of like what they tell you, if you're going to quit smoking or you're going to quit drinking, tell somebody. You're more likely to do it. If you just keep it to yourself, it's real easy just to go, well, fuck that up. I'm gonna have a pack today. You know, right? Tell somebody. You'll feel stupid because they'll come up to you and go, thought you were quitting, right? And you know you want to punch them in the head when they do that. I know. You know, but that's what I'm talking about. That's the difference. This feels all of a sudden, you wake up the next day, for example, and this all of a sudden feels real. It feels like, okay, people know about this now. It's okay. It's actually happening. It is good. You've come up with something good. You've figured out something good. Go with it. Don't be an excuse machine about something that's labeled as victory after a long battle. Your reaction to it should not be, oh, well, if it's happening to me, it must be shit. No, not when it's driven by that. Judgment. All right? All right. Let's get a final message to you from the universe. We'll go pull some wicked voodoo on this. Big time. Big time. Here we go. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my people before I go pull some wicked voodoo? Still don't have a devil. Doesn't matter if I get one here. The devil, if anything, this fight's against the devil. So the devil would be if I pulled in another direction, which I'll do in the extended. I'll try and find him and see what it is. You might say, well, isn't the devil this 5 of Wands, what you were just talking about here, Steve? A little bit. It doesn't even feel like it's there, though. It feels like you don't even believe your own bullshit. You know it's real. You know it's true. You know it's a good victory. You're just being a little bit depressy, a little bit hungover-y kind of energy. It's fine. We all get like that. Right? It's no big deal. All right, here we go. What else you want to tell my people? Well, that's it. We're done shuffling. 3 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. There you are. The Empress. And look at that. Here's an Ace of Cups. And here's an Ace of Cups. This is a message for you. So was this. You get 2 messages for you in this reading. The Ace of Cups crossing the 5 of Pentacles. These are red center, left, right. I think some of what this is, and I can understand your reaction now, even though it's God's source, the universe, bringing it to you, and removing a 9 of Wands, 9s of the end in tarot. This is something, a love lost returns. Now, it doesn't have to be the actual person or the actual thing. It could be a job you missed out on, a dream you had of being a clog dancer, a world-renowned clog dancer went away. The opportunity returns in another form, it feels like to me. It might be literal for some of you. You might get the chance to be the international clog dancer you were always meant to be. Or it could be the person that you missed out on is the actual person returns. But it feels to me like it returns in another form. Okay? And that's just as good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's something that feels really good. It feels really right. Don't tie it to what happened last time. Don't become the DM. Don't become the runner in this cycle. They often do that. A lot of times the DFs were blamed for something that happened to them. Don't do that. Just let it happen. Let it flow. It really is. It'll feel very righteous to you. It is. With judgment coming out, crossing over here. Okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I'll open by pulling on you. We'll talk about some of this. We'll see where we can go with it. See if there's a devil in it somewhere. All right? That's your reading. Good luck.